Somewhere along the way, expectations were set for you. Be the perfect daughter, student, wife, mother, homemaker, employee, boss. If trying to be perfect has left you running on adrenaline and venti coffee drinks, this is the video series for you. Join me as I share my path from perfection to misery to a life of happiness. Hi, I'm Amy Pearl from Work Ignited, and welcome to our latest video series, From Perfectionism to Happiness. Let's get started, shall we? Where did you get your standards from? Who set them for you? Where did you learn them? How did you create them? Every journey is different, but my standards started with my mom. Here's a photo of us together when I was little. Don't you just love the clippies in her hair? I chose this picture because it's one of the few pictures you'll see of us on the lawn. That's because once we were old enough not to get killed, we were told to play in the street. You see, if we played on the grass, we could ruin the lawn in front of our perfect white house. Now, I love my mom, and she's a great person, but there was a pretty high bar set for our household at a very young age. This is Sister Patricia. She was my piano teacher. You see, I went to Catholic schools, of which I'm a proud supporter today. But one thing for sure, there's definitely a right way and a wrong way when you go to Catholic school. I also grew up with two sisters. You know what you get when three sisters are living under the same roof? A lot of competition. Who has the best grades? Who has the best boyfriend? Who gets into the best college? Who gets the best job? And of course, after college, I did get a great job at a bank. I started in their management training program, where of course, there was a quest to see who was going to get placed first into a permanent position and who was going to get the best assignment. Well, I sure placed first, and for 12 years, I had amazing opportunities to manage large-scale projects, work directly with senior leadership, and advance in my career. It was a fabulous 50, 60, and sometimes 70-hour-a-week job. At the same time, I had my darling son, Michael, who I dropped off at daycare at 7 in the morning and then raced to pick him up at 6 o'clock in the evening. And lo and behold, I was pregnant with my daughter, Grace, just a few years later. Now the pressures of motherhood kicks in. You know, the Pinterest perfect lifestyle that says you need to have the perfect birthday parties in the perfect house in the perfect neighborhood. My life was awful, full of unrealistic expectations and never-ending stressful days. Then, one day, I was facilitating a workshop with a group of orthopedic surgeons. I know, it's shocking that I had a life lesson from a group of surgeons, but it was really a turning point for me. I was using an assessment tool with them that actually measures your level of perfectionism. All 15 of the orthopedic surgeons in the room turned out to score low in perfectionism. In fact, over the years, I've worked with many surgeons who tend to have pretty low perfectionism scores. So at this particular workshop, I stopped them dead in their tracks. After all, how could a surgeon with low perfectionism actually cut into somebody's body? I asked them what they thought about this. They shared a quote from French Enlightenment writer Voltaire that many physicians learn when they're in medical school, and that's, "Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good." They went on to explain, for example, that if I broke my wrist and they had to use pins to repair it, one turn too many could do more damage than what I arrived with. In essence, trying to make things perfect could do more damage than just getting it good enough. I went home and made some decisions that day. I first decided that I can't let the perfect be the enemy of basic happiness. Then I set out to create a life full of happiness rather than a constant quest for a perfect life that I might never attain. It didn't happen all at once, but over time I found 5 strategies to put happiness before perfection. They are priorities, peace, planning, purging, and presence. And in this video series, I'm going to share frameworks, tips, and techniques that are easy to use. Each video is just a few minutes long, so it won't take long for you to get quick ideas that you can put into action. I've also created a simple viewer guide so you can take notes and develop your own happiness driving strategies while you watch. Just click the link below. And of course, feel free to enter comments and your own tips and ideas in the spaces below. Thank you for joining me.